Most men believe power comes from being heard, from speaking up, from explaining themselves, from proving they belong in the room. That belief feels logical, and it keeps them weak. Silence has never belonged to the powerless. It belongs to those who don't need permission to exist. When you speak less, something subtle happens. The room shifts. People start watching you instead of listening past you. They stop interrupting. They begin filling the space you leave behind. Silence creates tension, and tension creates focus. The loud man competes. The silent man controls. You've seen it before, even if you didn't name it. The man who barely speaks, but when he does, the room stills. The man whose pauses feel heavier than other people's sentences. The man who doesn't rush to react. That isn't shyness, it isn't weakness. It's dominance without effort. Silence forces projection. People attach meaning to what you don't say. They assume depth, they assume intention, they assume authority. And assumptions shape behavior. The most dangerous men are never the noisiest. They don't announce themselves. They observe. They measure. They let others reveal their hands first. Power doesn't shout. It waits. When you stop trying to matter, you become impossible to ignore. Talking feels comforting. It fills space. It reduces tension. It reassures people that you're harmless. And that's the problem. Most men talk to defend themselves before they're attacked. They explain decisions no one questioned. They soften statements before anyone resists. Every extra word is a negotiation. A quiet one, but a negotiation all the same. I hope this makes sense. Let me explain. What I meant was, those phrases reveal something dangerous. Uncertainty about your own value. Silence removes the negotiation entirely. When you stop explaining, people stop questioning. When you stop filling gaps, others feel compelled to fill them for you. And in that moment, control shifts. Silence forces others to do the emotional labor. They wonder what you're thinking. They replay their words. They adjust their tone. You remain still. Men who talk too much leak information. Emotion leaks through speech. Urgency leaks through speech. Need leaks through speech. Silence seals the leak. It makes you unreadable. And what can't be read, can't be managed, can't be steered, can't be controlled. Most men don't lose power because they lack intelligence or effort. They lose it because they talk themselves out of it. They try to be understood. They try to be liked. They try to be safe. Silence does the opposite. It accepts risk. It accepts tension. It accepts misunderstanding. And in exchange, it grants authority. Say less. Not because words are weak, but because restraint is strength. Hierarchy is rarely announced. It's felt. You don't need a title for people to place you above or below them. They decide within seconds. And silence is one of the strongest signals they use. Low-status men rush to be seen. They fill space. They volunteer opinions. They speak before being invited. High-status men don't compete for attention. They let attention come to them. Silence changes how people categorize you. When you don't rush to speak, others assume you don't need to. They read patience as confidence, stillness as certainty, and certainty as authority. Silence slows the tempo of interaction. It removes urgency. It places you outside the scramble. That alone elevates you. Think about it. When someone talks constantly, you don't wait for their words. You anticipate them ending. When someone speaks rarely, you lean forward. You listen. Silence creates gravity. The room begins to orbit around the quiet presence instead of the loud noise. Status is not claimed, it's assigned. And silence quietly rewrites the assignment. You stop reacting to the room. The room starts reacting to you. That's not manipulation, it's positioning. Those who move last move highest. Silence creates pressure. Most people can't tolerate it. They mistake quiet for judgment, for disapproval, for threat, so they rush to explain themselves. They clarify, they justify, they expose. You don't need to interrogate anyone. You don't need to pry. Silence does it for you. When you don't speak, people start talking to fill the gap. They offer context no one asked for. They reveal motives they meant to hide. They soften statements they initially stood by. The quiet man becomes a mirror. Others project onto him fear, hope, insecurity. And projection always reveals more than intention. While they talk, you learn. You see patterns, you notice inconsistencies, you detect emotional shifts. Information flows toward restraint. The loud participant gives away leverage. The silent observer collects it. This is why silence unsettles people. It denies them feedback, it denies reassurance, and in that absence, they expose themselves. You learn nothing while speaking. Silence places you in control of the unknown. Others don't know what you think. They don't know where they stand. That uncertainty tilts the dynamic. They begin to seek your approval without you asking for it. They adjust, they accommodate, they chase clarity. And you never move. The moment you realize this, something clicks. You stop trying to dominate conversations. You let conversations orbit you instead. Silence turns interaction into advantage. Not through force, but through patience. Most men think emotions are something to express, to release, to explain, to justify. That belief keeps them exposed. Every word you speak carries emotional data. Frustration leaks through tone. Desire leaks through urgency. Anger leaks through speed. Speech reveals what moves you. Silence protects it. When you don't react verbally, you create armor. Not emotional numbness, emotional containment. You feel everything. You just don't advertise it. This is where control begins. The man who reacts instantly is predictable. Predictability invites manipulation. But the man who pauses, he becomes unreadable. Others test him. They provoke. They poke for a response. And when nothing comes, they grow uncertain. Uncertainty weakens leverage. Silence denies people access to your inner state. They don't know if they impressed you. They don't know if they offended you. They don't know where they stand. And that imbalance favors you. Emotion shown is emotion surrendered. Restraint isn't suppression, it's selection. You decide what leaves your mouth and what stays locked inside. That choice alone separates men. Speed is mistaken for strength. Immediate answers, instant replies, fast reactions. All of them signal availability, and availability lowers value. When you respond instantly, you communicate one thing: I'm here, waiting. Silence breaks that message. A pause changes the dynamic. It forces others to sit with their words, to replay them, to question how they landed. While they wait, you gain time. Time to assess, time to feel, time to choose. Delayed response isn't hesitation, it's dominance over tempo. The man who controls timing controls direction. Notice how authority moves. It never rushes, it never scrambles, it never fills space nervously. It lets moments stretch. That stretch creates weight. Silence between words makes them land harder. Silence after a question makes others uncomfortable. Silence after disrespect forces correction. You don't need to confront everything immediately. You don't need to clarify everything now. Silence stores pressure, and pressure applied later is far more effective. The pause is louder than the answer. Men who master restraint stop being pulled by emotion. They stop reacting to tone. bait, or urgency. They decide when something deserves a response and when it doesn't. That choice rewires identity. You're no longer moving at the world's pace. The world adjusts to yours. Explanation feels responsible, mature, reasonable, and in power dynamics, it's a liability. Every time you explain yourself, you invite judgment. You open your decisions to interpretation. You place yourself on trial, voluntarily. Silence refuses the courtroom. Power does not argue its existence. It does not justify its choices. It does not seek agreement. It moves. When you explain, you lower yourself to the level of negotiation. You signal that approval matters, that resistance concerns you. Silence does the opposite. It ends the conversation without ending the interaction. People sense this immediately. They feel the boundary before they understand it. When you stop narrating your choices, something changes. Others stop challenging them, not because they agree, but because they sense it's pointless. Decisions explained are decisions weakened. Men who constantly explain train others to question them. Men who remain silent train others to accept reality as it is. Silence creates finality. It communicates that the matter is closed, even if nothing was said. This is why authority figures rarely over-clarify. They allow discomfort. They allow uncertainty, and that discomfort keeps them elevated. Silence is not passive. It's a refusal to descend. Clarity is power, and power is never given freely. Most men rush to define themselves. They correct misunderstandings instantly. They explain intentions before anyone asks. They chase clarity. Silence reverses the chase. When you don't immediately define yourself, others begin to work. They speculate. They interpret. They adjust their behavior to avoid crossing invisible lines. That effort places them beneath you psychologically. The one who seeks clarity is already conceding position. Silence makes your intentions scarce, and scarcity creates value. People lean in, they pay attention, they become careful. You don't need to demand respect. You let ambiguity enforce it. Silence turns attention into a one-way flow. Others focus on you. You remain detached. This imbalance creates quiet dominance. They chase meaning. You hold it. Over time, something settles into place. You stop trying to be understood. You stop correcting perception. You let reality shape itself around you, and others begin to accommodate without you asking. Silence teaches people how to treat you, not through force, not through confrontation, but through absence. The absence of explanation, the absence of reassurance, the absence of need. This is where power becomes effortless. Most men don't realize they're performing. They think they're communicating. They think they're expressing themselves. But beneath it, there's effort. Effort to be relevant, effort to be accepted, effort to stay visible. Silence ends the performance. When you stop speaking unnecessarily, you step out of the role. You're no longer trying to maintain presence through noise. You simply exist. And existence without explanation is powerful. The observer doesn't chase reactions. He doesn't manage impressions. He doesn't adjust himself in real time. He watches. While others react emotionally, he gathers information. While others rush to respond, he lets moments pass. This creates distance, not emotional distance, strategic distance. Distance gives clarity. Clarity gives leverage. Most exhaustion comes from performance, from constantly projecting something outward. Silence pulls that energy back in. You stop feeding the room. You stop sustaining conversations that drain you. You stop proving you belong. And something unexpected happens. People begin to feel your absence even when you're present. That's influence. The observer always sees more than the actor. This is the first moment of real calm. Silence doesn't just change how others see you, it changes how you experience yourself. When you stop reacting verbally, your inner world stabilizes. Thoughts slow down, emotions settle. You're no longer pulled by every stimulus. Others rush, you remain still. That stillness becomes noticeable. People sense it before they understand it. They feel something grounded, immovable. Calm like this isn't softness, it's separation. You're no longer inside the emotional noise of the room, you're above it. This is why silence unsettles people. They can't reach you, they can't read you, they can't rush you. You decide when to engage, you decide when to speak. And when you finally do, your words carry weight because they emerge from stillness, not urgency, not emotion, not fear. Silence is not empty, it's controlled. This is the final shift. You stop seeking control, you embody it. No performance, no explanation, no excess, just presence. And presence, restrained, is power in its most stable form.